All right, I'm going to be testing her balance, so I'm going to ask her to please take off her shoes, roll up your pants leg above ankle, and remove any kind of obstructions near your ankle. The test will consist of 6 20-second tests with 3 different stances on 2 different surfaces. And I will describe the stances as we go along. So for the first stance, I'm going to have her standing with both your feet together, with your hands on your hips, and I'm going to ask you to close your eyes, and I'm going to assess your balance. And when you close your eyes, that's when the 20 seconds will start. So are you ready? Go ahead. And while she's balancing, I'm going to be counting the amount of errors that she has. Okay. Now I'm going to ask her to stand on the surface, the cushion, and perform the same actions. Once she closes her eyes with her both feet together, close her eyes, and once she closes her eyes, that's when the test will begin. Go ahead. Okay, you're good. Now, for the second test, I'm going to ask her to lift. I'm going to ask her to step off the cushion, and I'm going to ask her to lift her right leg. And I'm going to ask her to close her eyes, and when she closes her eyes, this is the second test will begin. And I'm still looking for errors in her balance. Okay. Now I'm going to ask her to step back onto the cushion and perform the same actions with her right leg up, her eyes closed, and when she closes her eyes, that's when the test will begin. Okay. Now, for an example, for that one, she had 3 errors because she broke her form while performing this test. For her next test, I'm going to ask her to put her dominant heel in front while her non-dominant foot goes directly behind. Okay, now I'm going to ask her to lift up her left leg and maintain her balance. When she closes her eyes, that's when the 20 seconds will begin with her hands on her hips. And I'll be counting the number of errors she has. Okay. Now I'm going to ask her to step up on the cushion, find her center of balance, and then when she's fully balanced, I'm going to ask her to lift her left leg again and close her eyes. And when she closes her eyes, that's when the test will begin. Now I'll be also counting the number of errors she has. Okay. Now I'm going to ask her to step off the cushion, and she started with her right foot in front. So now I'm going to ask her to put her left foot in front and put her right foot behind her left foot off the cushion. And when she closes her eyes, that's when the test will begin. Okay. Now I'm going to ask her to perform the same stance while on the cushion. After she finds her balance, when she closes her eyes, that's when the test will begin. And I'll be counting the number of errors she has. Okay. This is how you perform the balance error scoring system, also known as the BEST test. Okay, I'm going to be performing the tug test, also known as the time up and go. This test is used to assess mobility. I'm going to ask the patient to wear their regular footwear, and they can use a walking aid if needed. The test will begin by having the patient sit back in a standard armchair and I identify the line 10 meters away, which is this pole. And I'm going to have them get up without using the basic support of the chair to push their body weight up. I'm going to ask them to walk 10 feet, turn around, walk back, and sit down. I'm going to ask you, when I say go, I want you to stand up from the chair, walk to the line on the floor, or walk to the podium, turn, walk back to your chair at your normal pace, and sit down again. Do you have any questions?
No.
Go. She had a time of 12 seconds, and that's how you perform the timed up and go test.